Hey guys, this is a tutorial on how to make a Batwing top. So watch as we do it. Thank you. Share, comment and like. So we've drawn a borderline from where we're going to measure from our shoulder to our waistline and on the bust line. We don't need bust line, we just need on the bust line and the waistline. So now we are going to write on the bust line, then our full length. That full length is also our waistline. So now what we are going to do is to measure our body circumference, like our underbust circumference, divide by 4 minus 3 inches because we are using a very stretched fabric. I'm using lycra in this tutorial. So now the same thing with your waistline, your underbust line and your waistline. You just mark your underbust circumference, your waist circumference, divide by 4 and minus 3 inches from it. Some can minus 4, but I used minus 3 inches. So come to the shoulder line and go down by 1.5 inches. Then you connect it to the 3 inches width of the neckline. Then you cut it together. Then after you now mark out your 3 inches. Then from the middle of your shoulder, you mark the place that you want your shoulder to be, like the draping part or the falling part. You mark 7 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches or thereabout. Then mark 4 inches from the other shoulder. Like when you place your tape at the middle of your shoulder, you mark 4 inches the other way, or you mark 7 inches the other way. After doing so, you take your waistline, the one you cut up for your waistline, match it to the upper body and see if it will work. Then you trace on your material and cut, leaving ½ inch from the sleeve, 1 inch, the shoulder ½ inch, then the waist under bust line ½ inch. So these are the same allowances that you use to join them together. After then, you mark out your ½ inch that you use and give it a notch so that when you are sewing, it's going to be easy for you to sew. So you're going to do the same thing with the waistline. Now we're going to make a notch for notch at the shoulder line. You're going to the same way we marked out 7 inches the other way and 4 inches the other way. So you're going to make a notch on that 7 inches and also make a notch on that 4 inches. So after doing so, you're going to do it on the fabric so that when you are sewing, you will know where you start from to sew your neckline. Now this is it. This is your shoulder. This is the middle of the shoulder, right? So now we're going to measure the 4 inches and the 7 inches. This is the 7 inches. These are the falling part of the sleeve. Then the other one is the 4 inches, which is the other sleeve that is not falling. So now we are going to give a notch on them. Make sure you give a notch on them so that when you are sewing, it's going to be perfect. I mean, you know where to start from and where to stop. After doing so now we are going to get our waistline part. So we're going to fold in our fabric. After folding your fabric into two, like make sure that the stretching parts are facing horizontal, while the non-stretching part, the part that are not stretching too much, are vertical. So now this is our waistline. I folded the down part of the waistline, so I'm not going to stitch anything on it. I just folded it into two. Now after folding it into two, you are going to get another fabric and fold it into two again. Are you seeing it? After folding it, so you're going to cut it, leaving half inch all the way down, but you're not going to give half inch at the hemming part, because I already folded that line. So nothing, no stitch, there'll be no stitch on that particular line. I mean the full length line. You're not going to stitch anything or leave any allowance. Just fold it. Make sure it's the same measurement with the paper. Are you getting it? So now we are going to give a notch at the center of the line of the waistline material. You're going to give a notch on it. Now put your the two fabric into two, right side facing each other, and you're going to stitch sideways with half inch, pin it, and sew. This is a very stretchy fabric, and I'm using a stretch stitch to stitch it. So if yours is not working, you can use a zigzag stitch to stitch yours. Okay, so now I'm going to stitch the other way around, and after doing so, I am going to put up turn it around, the wrong side, that's the back side, facing each other. You're going to pin it. You're going to do the same thing at the other sideways. And also pin the center part of the waistline material. So after doing so, you're going to keep it aside. Then sew your upper bodies. After sewing your upper bodies, then you now match it with the waistline. You will see as I am going to do it. This is the shoulder. I am trying to join the facing, because I use a facing to join the shoulder. The back piece, I use a facing to join the shoulder. I also use a facing for the front piece. Okay, so when you use a facing, it's going to make it look neat. You don't have to be stitching on top of the fabric and make it visible. So now I'm going to stitch only the neck part of this piece. You remember where you notched, that is where you're going to stitch from. That 4 inches to the other 7 inches. Okay, so if you want your own to fall, like if you want the opening of your sleeve to open so wide, you can use 9 inches or 10 inches thereabouts. But mine, I used 7 inches. Okay, I used 7 inches. So now I'm done joining the other piece. I'm going to join the front part of it. This is the facing now. I am going to bring the material and place it together and join only the neckline, the place that I notched. That is what I'm going to do. After doing so, we are going to join the shoulders. Then now this is the back and the front shoulder. This is one part of it. I've not joined the other one. So now I have to use the back facing to turn over the front facing, so that it will look neat, both the inside and the outside. So you're going to watch me as I put this one. Okay, now this is the shoulder and this is the other shoulder. Okay, now one of the shoulder is slightly open, so you're going to use it to turn over the one that is not slightly open. Okay, when you turn it around, you now turn it like so and stitch it using half inches, depending on how many inches that you used on the shoulder part. But I used half inches, so you're going to use half inch and stitch it all the way to the sleeve area. So after stitching it, then you now fold the sleeve area, and that is it. After folding the sleeve area, you join the sides. Remember, we gave half inch allowance from the waist area to the side, so you're not going to use the waist part of the material and join it side seam to side seam. Okay, after joining side seam to side seam, you also join the center ones, so that you have accurate lines. You don't have to put one way to be bigger than the other. So after joining it, you pin it all around, then take it to your machine and stitch it all the way round. After stitching it, you give it a very good press. And this is it, guys. I am done making this beautiful Batwings top. Okay, so if you like it, give it a good thumbs up and comment. Look at the neckline, so neat and beautiful. So iron it very well using water or steam iron, whatever you have. If you don't have a steam iron, you can use water. Me, I use water to do mine. Okay, now iron it very well. Even the waist area, open the seam lines and iron them so that it will look flat and beautiful. So yeah, thank you guys. How do you say this? This is so beautiful. Watching, guys. Thank you for